No greeting. No coordinates. No attempt to communicate. Just a structured transmission, clean, precise, almost familiar. The kind of formatting you'd expect from us. They told the public it was first contact. A breakthrough. Proof that we weren't alone. But that wasn't what bothered me. What bothered me was how human it looked. I wasn't supposed to see it. I was just an analyst. Low clearance. The kind of person who filters noise so real scientists don't have to. Most signals we receive are garbage, cosmic interference, dead satellites, echoes of nothing. But this wasn't noise. It had order. The first line read,
Log 1, subjects are active.
I remember staring at it longer than I should have. Subjects? Not life forms. Not intelligence. Not even humans. Just subjects. Then the next transmission arrived. Right on schedule. Same structure. Same precision.
Log 2, behavior consistent.
That's when it started to feel wrong. They weren't introducing themselves. They weren't asking questions. They were documenting something. They were documenting us. I reported it. Of course I did. But by the time I escalated it, access was already restricted. Files moved. Permissions revoked. Conversations stopped mid-sentence when I entered rooms. NASA didn't confirm anything. But they didn't deny it either. That night, I checked the timestamps again. And that's when I noticed something I wish I hadn't. The logs weren't being sent in real time. They were dated. 3 days earlier. I didn't sleep that night. I just kept refreshing the incoming feed. Waiting. Watching. Trying to catch it before it happened again. And then it did.
Log 3, subjects will observe anomaly.
I didn't understand it. Not fully. But I knew one thing. If this was a prediction, then something was about to happen. That night, I went outside. I don't know why. Maybe instinct. Maybe fear. And that's when I saw it. There was something in the sky. Not moving. Not blinking. Just there. A second light where nothing should be. Too still to be a satellite. Too precise to be a star. It didn't arrive. It was just suddenly present. The next morning, it was gone. No reports. No headlines. No acknowledgement. But the logs continued.
Phase 2, interaction.
That's when things started changing. Slowly at first. Subtly. Satellites began drifting off their predicted paths. Not enough to cause panic, but enough to be noticed. Data transmissions appeared in systems that weren't even connected. Commands were executed that no one had issued. And every time we tried to trace it, it led nowhere. Or worse, it led back to us. That's when I realized something else. Something I couldn't explain. The system wasn't being hacked. It was being adjusted. Like someone was correcting variables. Fine-tuning outcomes. And then it mentioned me.
Subject is showing awareness.
I read it 3 times. Maybe 4. Hoping I misunderstood. Hoping it meant something else. But it didn't. I hadn't told anyone. I hadn't written anything down. I hadn't spoken out loud. So how did it know? That's when the fear changed. It stopped being curiosity. It stopped being confusion. It became personal. I started noticing things. Tiny inconsistencies. Moments that didn't align. People repeating the same phrases, like they hadn't chosen them. Time feeling stretched in places, compressed in others, like something was monitoring efficiency. And then the final log arrived.
Prepare containment.
No explanation. No follow-up. Just that. And suddenly, everything made sense. This wasn't first contact. We weren't being discovered. We weren't even being studied from afar. We were inside it. Inside something controlled. Measured. Adjusted. The universe we've been mapping. The one we call infinite. It isn't expanding. It's being modified. Every time we get close to understanding it, it shifts. Just enough to keep us inside. We spent decades looking for signs of life beyond Earth, listening to signals, scanning the sky, waiting for something to answer back. But we were asking the wrong question. We kept asking, are we alone? When we should have asked, who's watching?